Hey there, fellow YouTubers. This is Patrick, KB3YTL, and just kind of showing you my first HF rig. Right now, I have my technician class license, so I can't use it. But doesn't mean I can't monitor. Just listen in, and that's what I've been doing. Pretty soon I'll have my general class ticket. Let's see, it's the 13th of September 2013. By October 6th I'll have my license, because there's a ham fest in my area in Maryland. I'm going to test for the general class license, and I'll pass, because I've passed the practice test several times, and I'm pretty confident that I know enough to pass it. So there we go. I'm ready to use it. I'm just waiting for the license upgrade. It's beautiful radio. It's in cosmetically 100%, let's say 99.99% perfect. I mean perfect condition cosmetically. You would expect that on these little edges here the paint would be like worn off. A lot of times, I mean, it's hard to find ham equipment that's in this kind of condition. Most of the radios I've seen have been pretty beat up. This one, there's barely any scratches. There's a little thing on the VFO here. Whatever. I mean, the rest of the rig is just beautiful. And my uncle gave it to me as a gift. It was a very generous thing to do, and I'm thankful that he gave me this radio and helped me put the 40-meter antenna that I have up in the attic. We built it. We're going to be working even more. We're going to put a fan dipole up there, so I'm going to modify the existing antenna, change out the feed line, or not the feed line, the feed point. We have just a center conductor. We're going to put a balun in there. Going to have 40, 20, and 10 meters at least. I think 15 meters. Not too sure. But 10 meters I've heard is terrible right now. So I probably won't be using that much. I really like 40 meters. I mean, just from listening in, I mean, there's always something going on 40, and I'm always picking it up pretty strong. So I really like this band. 20, not so much. Although, from what I hear, 20 is like the band to use. And for some reason, 40 just... I'm picking up more stuff on 40, for, like, seriously. There's always something going on. If I just move a little bit... Huh, I'm surprised I haven't heard anything. Oh, they're barely coming in. There's a storm in the area. That's awfully weird. Is it a carrier? I don't know. Alright. Yeah, I think that's a kid. Yeah. Probably foreign radio stations coming in. Oh, for sure. This is like Japan. That's awesome. I don't know what this is, to be honest. I'm telling you, 40 meters is really, really rocking over here. This is coming from some Asian place. I'm not trying to be racist or whatever, but I mean, that's obviously Asian. Alright. But yeah, usually it's hard to find a place that's free. Every 3 KCs usually there's somebody talking.
And I have no idea if it's running or not.
And look, everybody comes in like 40 over.
Probably a good thing to do when you retire. Yeah, remember the advertisements for the, I can't even think of the name.
Usually they're running like at least a couple hundred watts. Some of them running like 1200. You know, I'm running like 100. When I start transmitting, I'll be running 100 off barefoot from this rig. Because the antenna's in my attic. I'm not gonna be able to I'm not gonna be able to put like 1200 watts through that because I already have some pretty bad RFI on a lot of things in my house. Touch lamps, you know, those little lamps that you touch and you turn them on. Those things go nuts, and I don't think you can fix that with chokes or whatever, because they actually work off of RF. Like, that's how you touch it, and apparently like the body of it is an antenna almost, and you touch it, it's like adding length to the antenna, and the resonant frequency of the body of it changes, and then it senses it with like a little chip, and then turns on the lights. So if you're putting like a lot of RF into it, I don't think you can really do anything about it. By design, it's meant to be an antenna. So, can't fix that. But I have some audio problems with the receiver downstairs, the one hooked up to the TV. And that's about it. Really, I have a hi-fi system right here. I could transmit full power on this. Attic is right above me. I'm on the 2nd floor, and literally that comes right up through, and then like if you're standing in the attic, it comes up through like the ground over there. It comes up, and right about where that fan blade is would be like the center of the antenna, and then it goes that way. So the antenna is right above me, basically. So what I'm saying, and it doesn't interfere with any of this, which you would think it would actually interfere with. Anyhow, I am ready to roll. I mean, I'm so ready. This is a nice radio. There's so many functions. I'm really excited to get on the air. Of course, as you might guess, I'm pretty new to ham radio. Uncle got me into it. I haven't really been able to get into it because I didn't have a radio. So the only time I actually got on it or listened or whatever was when I was with my uncles. And now that I have one in my house, it's like, man, I love this. I'm really enjoying it. Like, I especially like RIDI and all the digital modes and sending data. That's really cool. Talking is nice. I might do CW. I have to get a key, but CW is definitely an option, because this thing, it's real nice for CW too. Receiving, and I'm gonna guess transmitting too. See that it's got like this bandwidth thing here, VBT. I guess it's variable bandwidth. Whatever, it narrows, like closes in on that little CW signal until basically you got nothing coming in but just the sine wave or whatever. You put on the AF tune, and then basically this kinda is like selects one frequency. I'm not, honestly, I don't know anything technical about it, but from the way I've heard it working, I guess, the way I've used it, you get to a point where right about there it starts sounding loud on that sine wave, and then you move away from there, it's not loud. So I guess it amplifies one frequency more than the other. Really cool. Pitch, obviously, it just changes the pitch. It's actually really dramatic, so you don't really need to use that much. Yeah, and single sideband, you can slope it. I like doing this 3 clicks over, and it sounds better in my opinion. Everybody has their preferences. Noise blanker, don't usually use it. I only use number 1. Number 2, there's got to be a use for it, but it doesn't sound good to me. Usually it distorts the signal a lot, so I don't put it on. And the memory functions are just so nice to have. Like, yeah, I just clicked it too. You hit memory recall, MR 3.712. Then number 1 is 1900. Memory recall brings me right there. This is just a dream, and I can't wait to get on. I'll be talking to some of you amateurs out there that are watching the video. Possibly, I'll be doing some DX. I mean, on 40 meters. From the first contact we made on it, hit Denmark, and it was weak. I mean, the guy was coming in strong for us. He was coming in 20 or 30 over, and my uncle was talking to him, and he could just barely make out what we were saying. It could have, maybe it was either our accent to him, like he was having a hard time figuring out what we were saying, but I think it was more like our signal was just barely coming in. We were probably putting out like 80 watts. But yeah, first contact we made was with Denmark. Then we talked to somebody in Britain, and he heard us just fine. Didn't say anything, like asked us to repeat anything. It was a contest, so, and he was coming in good too. So I think we got him pretty good, and that's a good sign. Like I'm really liking 40 meters. Then we talked to some people locally as in within the states, and talked to somebody in New England. And I'm pretty sure we talked to somebody in Michigan, and they said the audio sounded great. So this thing works great, and it's beautiful. I'm very satisfied, and I think I'll do plenty of stuff on here soon after I get my general class license. And yeah, I'm just really satisfied with the whole radio and with the amateur radio in general right now. I can't wait to get involved. So 73, thanks for watching my video. Take care.